The shit only got put out because Iman leaked the divorce documents from Jump Street. Our divorce was private. Our proceedings was private. Everything was private for a whole year. Y'all didn't even know. I'm gonna give you one even better. The same time that I filed for divorce, I still had Iman opening up for me on tour. Iman was still with me on tour. Let's talk about it. Iman was with me on tour. He is not him. Maybe it's his lawyers. But y'all all still together. I don't play that. You have the control to tell your lawyers what to do. It's awfully strange how every single time something come out about me, it come out on the same blog. It starts off little, and then it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. I have the proof that you're paying people to post this stuff. Like, come on. Like, this is just, it's a lot.
Teyana Taylor is out here just trying to live her life, but Iman is making it impossible for her to get her piece or her back blown out in peace. Even though their divorce was finalized a whole year ago, he's still going out of his way to stir up chaos in her world. Teyana's been all over the blogs lately because she finally went public with her new boo, Pierre, aka Mufasa, and apparently that was all it took to send Iman off the deep end.
But one thing you will have clear is that Teyana ain't take nothing from Iman. Oh, and that $1 million y'all claiming, that 7-figure, 8-figure, it was a one-time fee of $1 million in damages. When Iman crashed the $400,000 Rolls Royce and Iman did whatever other stuff he did, that was the things he had to pay me back. Iman left me with a whole lot of shit. That's another thing. Let's be clear with that too. When you're dividing marital assets, when you're dividing houses and stuff, if it's still bills a part of it, if it's still whatever taxes, who you think gotta pay for that? Because bitch, let's be clear. Bitch, you think auntie wanna be stuck paying taxes and bills and da-da-da-da, no. But guess what? I've been doing it.
Word on the street is that he's been creeping around, allegedly stalking both Teyana and her new man. But it doesn't stop there. She also dropped the bomb that he's been running a whole smear campaign against her, paying blogs and shady sources to spread lies and twist up the story of their divorce just to make her look bad. It's giving obsessed, and Teyana is done playing nice. Looks like Iman is about to catch all the smoke because she's not holding back anymore. Now, keeping it real, Teyana did try to handle this whole divorce thing quietly. She wasn't trying to be messy. In fact, she says nobody even knew she filed for divorce at first. That's how low-key she was trying to keep it. But Iman, he made sure to flip the script. When she filed, she used just their initials, trying to keep things out of the spotlight. But Iman pushed hard to have their full names used instead. And since divorce filings are public records, that's exactly how the whole thing ended up online for everyone to see. This man really went from ex-husband to full-blown villain. When Teyana first spoke out about the breakup, she made it clear they were separated, not officially divorced yet. She even posted, "In all fairness, Iman and I are separated and have been for a while." To be 1000% clear, infidelity ain't one of the reasons for our departure. We're still one hell of a team when it comes to co-parenting our two beautiful children. She said she only came forward because the rumors were spiraling out of control, and it was getting unfair to everyone involved. She just wanted to set the record straight. That's it.
I'm begging y'all. I am begging y'all to let me get my back blown out in peace. All right, bye.
But now, if she's coming back this loud, calling him out directly, then you already know she's hit her limit with his behavior. When she hopped on Instagram Live to address all the drama, she had plenty to say. She didn't hold back, saying Iman had been out here spreading false rumors and pushing lies about her, trying to wreck her image, just because she moved on with one of the most talked about men in the game right now. She said it's not true, and made it clear that the smear campaign was coming from his side, not hers. But she wasn't done yet. Teyana also clapped back at the claims that she took Iman to the cleaners in the divorce settlement. Those shady articles, which she says were planted by Iman's camp, tried to make her look like some greedy ex who came for all his NBA money. She shut that all the way down. Teyana explained that the stuff she got from the divorce wasn't even just his, it was hers too. And on top of that, she had to get damages because of everything she'd been put through. So now the narrative's flipping, and Teyana's done letting him play victim while she stays silent.
Like, at the end of the day, I always held Iman down. When Iman stopped playing basketball, I got him on the shy. I got him on a shy. I called Lena and said, yo, these motherfuckers is playing with my husband. Like, he's so much bigger than basketball. He's so much bigger than boom, 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 boom. Like, he could act, he could model, he could boom, 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 he could do whatever he want to do. Let's get him where he needs to be. I got him on into his acting. So we're not going to do that.
So here's the real tea. Just last week, reports dropped that a Fulton County judge in Georgia hit Iman with a heavy court order. He's been told to cough up a 7-figure lump sum to Teyana, plus keep the $8,000 a month child support coming. And that's not all. He also has to pay 100% of the private school tuition for their daughters, Junie and Rue. Now don't get it twisted, he still walked away with plenty. Iman gets to hold on to all his Shumpert investments, his condo down in Miami, and 2 more homes in South Georgia and Decatur. So it's not like he left empty-handed. But Teyana, she's stacked. She walked away with 100% ownership of her businesses, Taylor Made and Aunties, plus all her jewelry, her Mercedes Maybach, a $70,000 Sprinter van, a full-on tour bus, and her Bronco truck. The documents also revealed that she's keeping 4 of their marital homes, though the exact breakdown wasn't public. What we do know is that those properties are worth over $10 million. On top of that, she secured luxury rides like a $300,000 Maybach, that $70,000 Sprinter, and the tour bus. All hers. She didn't just keep her brands, she owns them, every last bit. Meanwhile, Iman's got those monthly payments locked in and private school bills to handle. That's a serious tab. TMZ also spilled that Teyana believes Iman's been out here leaking nasty stories to blogs on purpose, just to ruin her name and get people dragging her online. It's looking messy, and it's giving spiteful. Teyana says those leaks have been doing real damage, stirring up all kinds of misleading headlines and putting her under non-stop public pressure. TMZ reported that she thinks the timing of it all is way too convenient. Why? Because the leaks started right when Iman dropped his new rap track. She's basically saying he used their messy divorce drama as promo to get streams on his project.
And he took that away from me. So I'm begging y'all again, please, 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 just give both him and I some privacy when it comes to this divorce. And honestly, this divorce is signed, sealed, and delivered, so hopefully this never even have to come up again. But please, let him do what he's doing in peace and let me do what I'm doing in peace.
It didn't stop there. She even asked the court to hold him in contempt and lock him up over those leaks. But during her live session, she did admit she doesn't actually want him jailed. She said she was just angry, and that anger came from real betrayal. Still, she stood 10 toes down on her claim that Iman was purposely leaking info to mess up her image. It's wild, especially when you consider how hard she rode for him after he left the NBA. Teyana was the one who held it all together. She's the one who used her industry connects to help get his foot in the Hollywood door. And now, after everything she did to support him, he turns around and pulls this? It's no wonder she's furious. Anybody would be. She really put him on, and this is how he pays her back. That's cold. You can feel the sting in every word she said. This man was supposed to be her partner, and instead, he's out here throwing dirt on her name. And to top it all off, Teyana officially confirmed her relationship with her new man, the one and only Mufasa, Emmanuel Pierre. And yeah, that definitely lit a fire under Iman. She says that her going public with Mufasa is what pushed Iman over the edge and made him start acting out in the first place. But Iman wasn't about to just sit back and let all that slide. Nope. He had his lawyer step in and fire off a statement denying every single thing Teyana accused him of. According to the statement, my client, Mr. Iman Shumpert, has never, whatsoever, leaked any allegations or claims stated in any of the pleadings. The lawyer claimed Iman adamantly denies ever giving any kind of info to the media, not even a hint. They even tried to sound all official, saying he didn't leak anything that would have sparked those reports before the court hearing. And since the file is sealed now, they said he's following orders to the letter and keeping it all hush-hush. The lawyer added that Iman has no interest in discussing any of these private and personal details with the media or any third parties. It was giving polished PR, but the internet, not buying it. Folks instantly started calling cap, because based on his track record during this whole divorce mess, it wouldn't be surprising at all if he did leak something. Let's not forget, Iman's already shown what he's capable of. Remember when he got so heated with Teyana that he straight up cut off the utilities at her house? Like, who does that? And the wildest part? Their kids were there too. This wasn't just some petty fight. It was January, freezing cold, and the man really left his own daughters without heat, just to spite Teyana. All because she was done putting up with his cheating and finally pulled the plug on their marriage. So when people say they don't believe his denial, they've got receipts. His past behavior already painted the picture, and this latest drama just fits the pattern all too well. So this wasn't just a little cold, it was freezing. Teyana eventually got the heat turned back on, but the fact that Iman even thought to pull a move like that, totally unhinged. That level of pettiness is next level. Instead of owning up to his actions, he made life harder for the very people he should have been protecting. And what's wild is that Teyana still tried to defend him in public. She went on record denying that he cut off the utilities. She even called out TMZ saying, "Shero, yo TMZ, are you serious? Y'all really be taking it too far with these headlines, and I'm tired of it. Every time I turn around, it's either leaked or made up stories, or my words being twisted for clickbait. I kindly ask you to mind your damn business and respect me and my family's privacy." But court documents told a different story. They confirmed that Iman did shut off the utilities, which just shows that even when he did her dirty, she was still trying to protect him, at least for the sake of their kids. And it doesn't stop there. TMZ also reported that Teyana said she fought to keep their family together, even while dealing with Iman's emotional and mental abuse. She stayed loyal, tried to ride it out through everything, but when she secretly filed for divorce instead of trying to change, Iman doubled down with more selfish behavior. She says he begged to get back together, only to be flaky, disrespectful, and end up tangled in yet another cheating scandal. And for Teyana, that was the final humiliation. Teyana revealed she fought hard to hold her family together, even while dealing with what she described as serious emotional and mental pressure from Iman. She said she used her Hollywood connections to help him book gigs once his NBA career started slowing down. But instead of working with her, he kept picking fights. Things got so tense that in 2021, she started the divorce process. Still, she called it off. She gave him another chance because she cared about their family, but that peace didn't last long. Iman stayed stuck in a state of insecurity as his basketball career faded. In the court filings, Teyana said that by 2022, she was being manipulated and controlled again. She filed for divorce, but after being pressured, she had her lawyers withdraw the filing just one day later. She finally pulled the plug in January of last year, saying the emotional roller coaster had gotten too intense to handle. But it didn't end there. Teyana also shared that Iman was falling short big time as a dad, claiming he barely spent time with their daughters, even when they were in a new city where they needed him most. Reports also say she accused Iman of smoking around the kids and sometimes being under the influence while looking after them. One shocking moment detailed in the court documents, Iman allegedly put their children in a rideshare by themselves in Chicago and had them dropped off alone at the United Center. At that point, Teyana had seen enough. The disrespect, the drama, and the danger. It was all too much. While Iman had a private driver take him to the arena, he allegedly sent their two young daughters, both under the age of 8, alone in a rideshare across a city they didn't even know. That's not just reckless, it's wild. These were little kids in an unfamiliar place with zero supervision, and it gets worse. Teyana claimed that even when she offered him extra time with their daughters, he didn't seem interested. According to reports, multiple witnesses said Teyana was constantly giving him chances to spend more time with the girls, but he kept turning her down because of his schedule. He allegedly said that a 3-day heads up wasn't enough time for him to make space for extra parenting. But then, Iman flipped the whole situation in court, trying to paint her as the problem. He claimed she was aggressive and had a habit of getting physical when she got upset. In one specific story, Iman said, "I was downstairs with my headphones on, playing on my PlayStation, and she started hitting me. I used to work with special ed kids and was taught to hold them from behind with a bear hug to calm them down. I yelled for my siblings and went upstairs where my mother was at. Teyana wasn't about to let that narrative slide, not for a second. She clapped back with serious details about how Iman treated her and the kids. According to her, he was constantly jealous of her fame, and deep down, he felt like he wasn't good enough for her. And this was despite him making way more money than she ever did in the music business while playing in the NBA. It was never about money, it was about respect, and she wasn't getting any. Teyana also shared that Iman used to hate when they were out at events, and the paparazzi would ask him to step aside so they could get solo shots of her. She said it made him feel small, and instead of dealing with that, he'd lash out. He would send her text messages filled with condescending and manipulative language, all because she was getting attention and he couldn't handle it. She even said he'd start random arguments with her for no reason, including on her birthday. Then after blowing up, he'd hit her with the fake apologies. Now listen, no one's saying Teyana was perfect or that she didn't make her own mistakes. But from everything that's come out, it's clear Iman put her through some serious pain in that marriage. That's what makes it so wild that he wanted the divorce made public, knowing full well it could backfire and make him look bad. But Teyana didn't hold back. She called him a narcissist, and honestly, she might have hit the nail on the head. Fans also noticed that the sudden leak of fake divorce details just so happened to drop around the same time she got with Darren Pierre, aka Mufasa. From the jump, reports said Iman's been spiraling over her new relationship, which makes her "get my back blown out in peace" comment feel even more intentional. She knew exactly how to push his buttons, and it worked. Now the streets are saying Iman's been crashing out even harder lately, because he's no longer pulling the same baddies he was when he was married to Teyana, and honestly, that explains a lot. But I need to know how y'all feel about this messy situation. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with your crew. I'll catch you in the next one.